Last time, on Down the Forest Road, Ursula turns to her enchanted bed for her trial, while Lila, Alcina, and Selma fend off dark creatures that enter from the 4 mirrors in the room. Alcina discovers that by destroying the mirrors, they can further stop the next wave of horrors. Facing imps, hellhounds, lemures, nightmares, and chain devils, the Coven fights the night terrors to defend Ursula. During the fight, Lila and Ursula are rendered unconscious and Selma dies. Thanks to Ursula's gift, a bracelet with a piece of her soul, Selma is brought back to life. The revitalized Selma then breaks another mirror, causing some of the monsters to fade. Lila is knocked back down once again, trying to defend Ursula, and Alcina shatters a mirror, vanishing the chain devil. Lila comes back to consciousness once more, and shadow teleports a devil's head off by using her chain bracelet to decapitate it. Selma breaks the final mirror with a surge of magic from the weave and brings her twin back to consciousness. Newly awakened, Ursula heals Lila, while Selma curses her sister through an enchanted bite, knocking her out in a loving rage. The party regroups now, as both the end of the road and Alcina's time draw near.
Ursula, we join you as your eyes open. In bed, as you see your trial ended before you passed back out, the doors back into London are open. The doors out back into the Forest Road are open. And you see 3 people around you, and I want each of them to describe what they're doing. Lila, let's start with you. What are you doing as Ursula wakes up?
I think she's just going to pat herself, make sure, still intact from those multiple brushes with death, and then run over to Ursula and make sure she's okay as well. So you would wake up to a very concerned Lila, just like this, right up to your face.
Alcina, what are you doing?
They're still in that room, correct? Or
If you all want to leave the room, you're able to, but yes. Right now, everyone is still in the room in which the trial happened.
Alcina will kind of look to the road, to the forest. They're kind of cleaning up their daggers and putting them back, kind of in secret areas. They're wearing like a long skirt that's like the slit is like way too high up on their hip, and they put their stopwatch. They pull their stopwatch, look at the time, and put it back in their blouse. They're avoiding Selma's face, but they're looking quizzically at Ursula. Because something happened and something different happened. I don't think they would know if it was healer kind of. It just looked very like cool magic and suspicious. So they're just like, "What is up with you?" If Ezra's in the room, without looking at him,
He is.
Without looking at him, she'll think very quietly to him, "You came.
You didn't throw me away."
And then with that, she'll like snap the stopwatch closed. And she's just waiting for everybody to get up. So she'll just, there's a door. Forest, back to the city.
And Selma, what are you doing?
I think Ursula, because is Ursula fully mechanically? Is she like long rested, or is she like what's happened to her?
We'll say after, like, this will be your all's long rest that you all are going to take, unless you all want to just continue on the road, and then we can say maybe you get a short rest in. But if you all want to long rest, this will be like your safe room that you all can long rest in.
A safe room.
So if it was a long rest, then Ursula would wake up and not see her sister leaning over her as Lila would, but she will feel something around her wrist. Two different things. One, the bracelet that she had put on Selma's wrist is now tied onto hers, and underneath that is the mark where Selma had bit her. As is this cursed mark is burned into her skin. It's not. One would think it was supposed to be ugly, but it's very light dashes around, like a cool tattoo almost, on the inside of her wrist. And I think physically, Selma knows Alcina's been avoiding her, so she's just been leaning against the door, waiting for whenever Ursula feels better.
So, Ursula, you awaken to a face above you, a bracelet and a mark on your arm, and Alcina saying, "So the road?"
Right. I think Ursula is in a daze. I don't think... Okay. So, I'm repeating again. Lila is right here. Right here. Does not notice the wrist thing yet, I don't think. But I think she's also in a daze, right? So in her daze, as she meets Lila's eyes, she says, "You are a vision," and then kisses her.
Lila is surprised, but very much welcomes said action.
Oh, I ran out of drink. I just imagine, like, as Jenna's, like, face was, like, right there in the camera, like, it's very much just, like, like, almost fisheye lens. Like, Lila's face would be fisheye lens, like, in Ursula's face, and in her daze, she just was, like...
Hot.
Exactly. And then I don't know what happens after that. I don't know what Lila decides to do after that, but then I think she'll feel a sting in her wrist. And then sort of like almost forget that she just kissed Lila in a way as she feels this sting and looks down at the bracelet.
Are you okay?
We're all alive.
Mostly.
I'll be okay. I think we'll all be. And she's saying, as she's saying that, she's looking over, like she's still holding her wrist up and looking at Selma. Seeing this bracelet, I don't even know if she's noticed the mark.
I think Lila will just brush a little bit of hair out of your face and just be like, "Go talk to your sister."
No.
I don't know if I should.
No. I don't have to roll insight checks for you. From twin to twin, murder.
I think that she looks at Selma, sees murder in Selma's eyes, and this is what Ursula's going to do. She's going to look at Lila and just say, I'm going to hide her under the blanket. Do you want to play Pillow Fort?
I would love to.
It's just Pillow Fort. It's not sexual, Sean. It's an adult Pillow Fort. I saw Sean's face and I was like, wait a minute. Yes, I'm going to do that. So I think that's just like...
To not just shout out Mozz in chat, sure it is. Adult pillow fort. Really? This is not just Sean's reaction. Chat, back me up here, chat.
No, chat. Shut up, chat.
Mozz in chat right now, right? Adult pillow fort. Okay, well, it's a completely innocent thing because she doesn't want to get killed by Selma again. So Ursula's hiding under the covers. It's like a very like how Selma often describes what they do as kids. This is just something that would happen. I don't feel like there's many times in her life that Ursula has been terrified of Selma. But seeing the bracelet on her arm, I think she knows. I think she knows that she knows. And is scared shitless.
And
skapoopied. I made up that word.
Selma, you would see as your sister is completely averting your gaze, your eye, I imagine, could move to Alcina, and you see Fidgety in the corner.
Running out of time, I say to her.
Yes. Running out of time. And if this is how the next one is, fucking hell, we're. And they look at their clock. How much time has passed? From like 9 p.m.
Yeah, you're around 10:30.
Oh, can I be peering over with my height to look over and see the time?
I won't say no. I will point out the clock is abstract symbols and numbers that is really only readable by Alcina. So unless Alcina has taught you how to read the stopwatch, you would not know where it sits.
Oh, she's just peeking over.
So unless I have, I need a, I need so much to trade for time back for.
At this point, Selma is going to, with the other two hiding out of the blanket, she's going to start to unbutton her doublet and her blouse and pull back her short hair to extend her neck to her and lean down and says, I don't know how you take memories, but here, take some of mine. Her throat is to Alcina.
Outside of this room, is there where either the two doors are, is there something of water in either there, just outside of the room, not like they're going out, right? Is there like a little pond on the road to the forest, or like a fountain back to the road in the city?
You haven't seen any deviation from forest other than Lila's trial on the path that would indicate water. However, you do know that there are several fountains in the city.
They will pull Selma out that room, away from the two under the covers in their adult fort. And tuck the shirt, but they will leave like their palm on it. I just have never asked for memories before. They were only little things, you know? Millions of people walking around with potential events happening to them that they would never miss. I'd never had someone willingly give their memories. No, I don't need to do that.
And at that, Selma will wrap her arm around her lower back, because as Sean said earlier, she would have noticed when she came back that Alcina was the one standing over her, right? She'll wrap her arm around her lower back, pull her in closer to her, pull them in closer to her and say, so I'm your first then. I like being first. A good one for me.
near the fountain, they'll take like a little bit of water, like the ripples, to kind of start the spell and start pulling a couple memories, and it'll just feel like a piece of thread coming off of a shirt. So you feel a slight tug, but it's like to memories and time. As they just smile and kind of like they're winding it up in their hands, and they're like in magic kind of pulling like the yarn closer to you as they like you I don't know if you infuriate me sometimes, because I don't understand. You know what? I don't think it's infuriating. It's you are my undoing, Selma.
Big toothy grin spreads across her face. I told you I like seeing you messy.
And every time you keep defying me or stand in the way you do, and they're like at really close, so the magic is winding up more. It terrifies me because I cannot stop myself from wanting you.
Like the thread that Alcina is pulling, Selma moves to her so that their fronts are touching. How tall is Alcina again?
Not that tall.
That tall? And I think Selma is going to, like the scarecrow she is, lean down, take her hand under their chin, tip it up to hers, and say, well,
with the magic that they're weaving, what they get, time back, and how much?
Selma, what memory are you giving up?
oh. Well, Selma assumes it has to be a pretty powerful one.
I will point out above table, Alcina explained to you, normally they just take tiny little moments and no one will miss.
Right.
But you wouldn't have known about the bartender, but I think you would know just innately how magic works. The more meaningful it is, the more helpful it's going to be. If it takes several people's moments they'll never notice to get a day, one person's important memory will do a lot more.
I think the first time, I think it cuts to a memory of two little girls in a bed, crackling fireplace, one of them curled up against the other, and little Selma is just softly patting her sister's hair as she sleeps peacefully and safely.
I'm gonna roll. Mozz, I want you to roll. Oh no, Mozz and Emma, you both can tell me who's gonna roll. Someone roll 2d20 at advantage, and whatever the number is how many hours you get back.
An 18.
13.
So, Alcina, you see the clock rewind to about 3:30 a.m.
Oh, I was going to say you were going to give me like 19 plus 13 minutes. Damn.
Hours per roll.
Seeing it go back, the pressure of it like lifts off of Alcina. And they will put a finger to Selma's lips, and there's like a freeing kind of like their anxiousness kind of drops. No, they just have time. So they back up from them, step into the fountain, and turn to them. And say, I look at you, and I want to show you what 80 years of instruction, patience, and time has taught me. And they will like drop their clothes into the fountain.
No! No!
And maybe if we have time, hear my name leave your lips. And they'll pull them into the fountain and kiss them.
Lila,
Yeah. Sup.
I want your POV. First off, you would feel Greg kind of like under the blankets, not knowing the vibe. Greg is going to try and leave a bit. Are you wanting Greg to stay, or you dismiss Greg?
Greg is dismissed. Greg can keep watch if need be.
You feel Greg go, and then fade into the background as Greg fades out. What's going through Lila's mind as the adult pillow fort is happening, and you just got a kiss from someone you've been flirting with?
We don't have to say adult pillow fort. It's just an innocent
No, I feel
pillow
like
fort.
the distinction has to be there now. I think she'll reach for Ursula's hand, look at her in the eyes, and just be like, how are you doing?
I'm a bit worried about this. And she's going to, well, she just explains what the bracelet meant. And with this being back on my wrist, it can only mean one thing. That Selma died and came back to life. But before we came here, I gave it to her and said that it was to find her way back to me. And she did, but it'll be fine. I'm enjoying this. I'm going to enjoy this moment under the sheets comfortably. What's happening?
I don't know.
It's just under the sheets.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy this moment under the sheets comfortably.
To Ursula, she is having an innocent pillow fort. There's no need for there to be adult in front of it.
Please continue the scene, Lila and our.
1 second.
I think. Okay. Here's what Ursula's gonna do next. Ursula has, I guess, she is enjoying. Just like, I imagine that they're both like resting their heads on the pillow, and like just looking at each other, or they could be sitting across from each other ridiculously with a sheet over their heads.
Imagine it started like, like laying next to one another, like looking up, like straight up, and then like when Lila asked, how are you, she would have turned on her side towards you.
Yeah, okay, so then what Ursula's going to do is like, from like out of the sheet, like put her hand out of the sheet. Emma!
I'm sorry. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
From out of the sheet, she's going to summon something. And she brings it back in. And she sees a thistle.
A what?
a thistle.
Okay.
And she looks into Lila's eyes and says, from a distance, these thistles might look dangerous. But the closer you get, the more you realize how beautiful they are.
Then Lila's absolutely just like staring, processing, and then she's going to initiate a kiss. And it's very tender, but very passionate and intentional.
And Ursula's gonna reciprocate.
Ow!
So just making out. This is making out the episode.
Yeah.
Banging the episode.
And so, as we have an adult pillow fort with some tenderness and a naked fountain kiss with some different tenderness, I think all of you benefit from the effects of a long rest. And any scenes you want to happen, I am not going to narrate anything here. The rest of this long rest is just you all.
It is.
Take as much time as you want, and when you feel ready, we will move on with the game. I am going to sit back a moment and let whatever you want go. The next morning, you all, for the first time on the road, have actually taken a long rest. And you wake up refreshed, energized, all health restored, all spell slots there, but feeling the weight of what has come before. Any fatigue you may have gained is still holding you down. Your boxes have been reset, but your stressors have not. And Alcina, I think you being the ever-present let's get moving person would probably be the first to rise. You'd see everyone still calmly sleeping, whether sharing spaces on the floor or in a bed together, or whatever people ended up doing. Right outside the other side of the door, where, not the one leading back into the city center, but the one leading forward to the trial, is a small little, automaton diorama of a flower that has several little pedestals around it, and it's just sitting there, made out of silver.
Alcina will slowly kind of pull off any limbs and arms that are wrapped around her and kind of sneak out, trying to find something to cover herself, and creep towards it.
When you creep towards it wearing whatever you can find that's dry, you find a little, datura flower with it fully spread open, and inside of it, just a small little mote of magic. And it seems like all the things around are pressurized. If you push them down, other parts of the machine will move.
Is the flower alive as well? Like an actual flower?
The flower seems to be fully mechanical, still made of silver, very thin pieces that are just stretching apart to kind of show the flower growing and opening into its trumpet-like shape. Kind of like the top of a gramophone.
When she realizes that, she will put her hand over it, almost crush it a little bit. Her knowing that datura flowers are poisonous, and actually touching this is like a privilege. So she will let her fingers dance over it before she hovers over the keys. What is this? Ezra?
Yeah.
Did you see what put this here?
I think it simply appeared overnight. But who could really say? I certainly wasn't looking around last night.
Could I do a Arcana or some kind of check to see if this is safe to touch?
Yeah, go ahead.
What would be best? Arcana? Investigation?
Probably Arcana.
That is a 12.
Yeah, seems perfectly safe to touch.
She'll pick it up.
It seems like it's a non-magical little trinket other than the mote of energy inside of it.
Yeah, as soon as that, she just picks it up. She's like, oh, a little present. We don't get these much.
Do you press any of the keys or leave it be?
If it has a feeling of like a gramophone or like a musical box, they'll press one to see if it plays.
When you press it, it doesn't play, but you see the mote of power inside grow bigger, from like a small little pearl to something about the size of a bead, and the button you push remains permanently pressed down. It doesn't seem to have any contraption to pull it back up.
Is this broken? Press another one.
Yeah, same thing. The power inside grows, the flower looks a little bit more healthy, and the key stays permanently down.
One more.
Same thing.
One more.
Same thing.
She's gonna keep doing it, like her eyes lighten up, like as it gets more and more powerful.
And at no point does it ever seem to be too much that it breaks, at no point does it ever shut down, but at no point do any of the keys fully return, but every time you press one, the mote of light gets bigger and bigger on the inside.
What is this little starlight? How do I shouldn't break it. No. I shouldn't trust this, should I? And she says that mentally.
Who can say? Nothing seems to be fully leading you astray yet. But also nothing's really been as simple as it seems either.
Agreed. Fine. I'm keeping
Perhaps
this.
you should get the others up.
Yep,
Or-
agreed.
Okay. And how does Alcina go about waking up the other three?
Oh, goodness. Alcina wouldn't know what they were up to in their pillow fort. Sleeping soundly and getting a full night rest. But they will wake up Selma first by like tracing their brow line and just slowly waking them up. Up. We got to go. There is a road. Come on. Up.
It's a road. I think you Selma almost looks younger in sleep because it's the first time you've ever seen her face fully relaxed. Her hair almost a little boyish because her short hair is kind of mussed all around from whatever activities occurred. And and I think you say up, time to go. And that, peaceful, gentle, maybe, her hand is still curled in a position that was holding your arm before you left. When you say up, 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 time to go, complete shift as bright red eyes open, lurches almost like into like jumps into combat almost, much like an animal being woken from slumber. She launches up.
I will say how Alcina was pretty much sitting over you and just being like
So with the gentle tap tap tap, so with that with the tapping, still not used to being held or cuddled, she will launch up and pin you under her, thinking that you're a threat. And then when she acknowledges that it's you, the the eyes that would probably, the pupils probably dilated, when she acknowledges that it's you waking her from her sleep and not, someone attacking her, eyes refocus, and the gaze is soft and the cheeks are a little blushed as she gives you a small toothy grin.
She will open up her stopwatch. We might have a little time, but nope, there's a road. They'll leave like a soft little kiss with a little bite on your chin before like tapping your shoulder. You have to wake up your sister and Lila. I don't know what this does, but don't tell the others. I might have messed with it a little bit, and they'll like pull out the little mechanism with the flower.
While Alcina's telling her this, and she's listening and watching, she's pulling on her trousers, pulling on her shirt, rolling up the sleeves, the suspenders, whole 9 yards. She goes,
Alcina's messing with you, where almost like they are stopping you from putting stuff back on, but also like letting you continue, kind of how she messes with Ezra. So if there's any like button misplaced, she'll like button the wrong one, just make you do it right, and then just unfasten it again and just smile or like
smacks me with the suspenders. She'll fully let you mess with her, and almost you'll get like kind of like a when people play at being annoyed when they're not. So she's playing at being annoyed, but is fully indulging and loving that you're giving her this much attention and focus. And she'll say, so it's time for your trial then, as she's, readjusting the suspender you just slapped on her back, rebuttoning the button.
Then this shouldn't be trusted.
What's not to be
Why can't you
trusted?
ever give us just gifts? And she says that too, like the road.
At that,
I think
oh, sorry. I was gonna say Selma would pause, pop up the collar, and go, I don't know, I got one of the best ones last night.
Ursula and Lila, I think from the giggling and statements you would hear from the other two, you could be naturally roused into awakeness.
Okay, let me tell you what Ursula looks like right now. Do you know,
Okay,
like,
excellent.
imagine, like, okay, first of all, we have to remember this is probably the first night Ursula has slept all the way through, and, well, when she got sleep. And then she, imagine, like, a Disney princess sort of, like, rested like this, like softly on the pillow, just looks very, like, picturesque, of somebody that looks like they're trying to like impress someone when they wake up almost. That's just how she looks. She's just being really sweet, like if she was snoring, it'd be like just very sweetly on her pillow.
Did she wake up early, like in the proposal, to do her? You know the scene I'm talking about, where then she laid.
Yeah, like it's completely posed. I don't know if she did though, but still. Yeah, let's just say she did.
I think Lila will kind of softly mutter under her breath and just say, and she thought me a vision, and slowly wake you up by gently holding or just like tracing the outline of your jaw.
Okay. Ursula goes. She just like takes in a deep breath. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
It was one of the best sleeps I've ever had. And I have you to thank for that.
Feelings mutual.
And I think Ursula is kind of blushing in almost a way that's like, I don't think she's blushed yet. I think Lila has been the one blushing, but I feel like she's waking up and is like, huh, we're still here. But it's in welcome company. And I think, yeah, that's how she's feeling on the inside.
Are you ready to face your sister? Or shall we stay in the pillow fort?
Ursula immediately puts the sheets back over them. Even though they're probably in the room, she just, I think, maybe just 5 more minutes. As she's reminded of exactly what happened. And then actually she looks at her wrist, and maybe this is when she notices that she has bite marks on her. Yes, I think I need 5 more minutes of calm with you.
5 more minutes it is. It's the least I can do.
And I'm staying under these sheets.
Then, Alcina, what is it that you do to help Selma finish getting ready for the day?
Alcina will not wake up Ursula themselves. They will not. They're the person they've been avoiding or like not really connecting with. So they're just like, I don't want to, but do you think we should interrupt? And then they will push Selma to go towards where they are, just like, your sister, you know.
Well, if they're fucking, I don't want to walk in on that. You go do it. You do it.
Jeez,
It's your trial. It's your trial. It's your trial. It's your trial.
Okay,
This
then
is part one of your
leave.
trial. I believe in you.
Is
there a door to where they were?
Nope.
We're all
This is the same. This is the same room that Ursula's trial took place in.
Oh, so they went. I thought they
We were outside.
were farther. Yeah, we went to the fountain and probably slept near it. That's what I was thinking. So they would go to wherever the room was. If there is a door or some kind of thing, or if there is not, either Alcina will kick the door in or throw something in and just say, I am coming in, put something on, or be warned. Like, I will judge now. No? We gotta go. There is a road. And then turn full 360 out and straight to the road.
Go, there's a road. Kids, get out of bed. We gotta go. There's a road.
Ursula is laying underneath these sheets, head on the pillow, just like completely like trying not to starfish. And she just takes the sheet from out overhead and goes, fine. And then sits up and says to Lila, I'm not ready for what's to come of this. I don't want to look at Selma, and Alcina seems pissed, so I wonder if they're going to somehow gang up on me. I'm not asking you to watch my back, but if you do, or if Greg's around and can somehow be a distraction, then that would be appreciated. And she's just gonna get out and like put on her bloomers or whatever the hell she wears under her dress.
I imagine Greg just does like a little dance. Like a little distraction dance. Make light of the situation.
That's his bonus action.
Yeah.
Bonus action Greg dance.
Greg dance.
Yeah, I think Greg and Ezra spent the night, like, talking to each other because both were dismissed from their scenes.
Sharing
the
a
two of
bottle
them,
and a pack of cigarettes. Just kicking it back.
Yeah. Like, Ezra was not watching, Greg was not watching, so Greg and Ezra just, like, over in familiar land, just sitting together for the night, having a night's off-screen conversation.
They're playing Uno.
Between
Yeah.
a man that cannot talk and a man that is bird. Just sitting there together.
I need a picture of that. Like them
Yeah,
around their own little campfire with like a little stove with beans. I don't know why there's a stove with beans. I just want there to be that for those two. Like cowboys under the stars. Do you know what I mean? Like...
Brokeback Mountain.
Okay, well I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah. Why
But
not?
anyway, Alcina wakes you up.
I'll have your back. Light hand squeeze.
Squeezes back. You are, beautiful in the morning, by the way. And Ursula walks away.
I will smile and follow. Lila is trying to learn how to take compliments, even though it's very uncomfortable. And by this, we definitely mean Lila and not Jenna.
Jenna's like, I want to make this very clear. That's my character.
Then, Selma, you would be the last to go into the room where your sister Alcina and Lila are.
So, Alcina had just gone, come on, get up, time to go, gotta get to the road, right? So Selma will, stamp in with her heavy boots. That was your first warning. If you want your second warning, you better get the fuck out now. As she starts to chuckle darkly under her breath, and wait in the doorway for the others to get up.
So if we leave, we get another warning?
And it's eyes locked directly.
She's not looking at you as she walks outside!
You want another warning?
No.
Okay.
I think Ursula's very nervous right now.
And I think someone knows this, but I think she's like, instead of being like, oh, she's kind of amused because she's like, okay, good, right? Like if I can't make, her inner mind is, if I can't make you fear for yourself, you will fear me.
Right. Well, Ursula is scared crapless.
You look well rested, she says to her sister, for the first time in years.
And you have a smile on your face. Have a good night.
Dorkily chuckles.
Your hair's wet.
I went for a swim.
In a lake? And there's like no lakes around them.
I went for a wonderful, wonderful swim. Deep under, in some lovely nooks and crannies and caverns and
Of London?
Yeah, of London. Yep, that's exactly where I was.
You went back I didn't think you would go back there after your trial, but...
Well, I can't, when it calls, duty calls. What can I say? She's...
Okay.
Is she looking at your face? Do you at one point look over at Selma's face?
Yes. What does Selma look like?
Giant fucking smile. She's completely fucking with you, and it's been innuendo this entire fucking time.
Ursula blushes and continues walking.
And then I think as you all leave the room, just like the first time you left summer camp, the passage behind seals shut, and there's no longer a path to the safe room or London behind it. And once again, in front of you stretches only road. So as you all step out onto the road once more, a very familiar, yet still entirely unsettling path lies before you, with just the faintest smell of honeysuckle in the air.
I love honeysuckle.
Alcina will
Okay.
walk way farther, like faster than everyone else, and kind of look back once in a while as if they're looking at the view, but looking at them, trying to create distance. But they will tell Ezra, please stay by my side. I'm not sure what this leads to.
Intend to leave you. I don't intend to betray you or abandon you. I'll stand by you as long as you ask me to.
She will like extend her arm out for him to land, and then put him on her shoulder. And if she still has that mechanism, she'll look at it and see if anything is changed from them moving onto the road.
You see that all of the keys have reset themselves back up, but and the pearl has gone back down to a very small mode of light, almost as though the
Interesting.
box has reset itself.
I don't want to interrupt. I'll wait.
They'll keep walking if there's no danger, like showing themselves.
You said that it smelled like honeysuckle?
Mm-hmm.
Would that feel strange? Or seem strange?
Yeah.
Can I do it like a nature check or something to see what that could be leading us to?
Yeah. Go ahead and do it at advantage, because you are a nature girly.
She's a botanist, a green witch. Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Okay, that is going to be 15.
Okay. On a 15, you would
Twitch.
know it's strange, because it's not the smell of like a honeysuckle plant or the food or the flavor or anything. It's a very specific smell of a poisonous flower on the edge of your village. It only comes out at night. That grow a lot in London and around the different parts of the UK. You know that it's a datura flower, and the distinct smell of it, and that it smells so sweet to lure people to it.
And do we see these flowers around us, like all around us? We just smell
Nope.
it? I think Ursula will relay that to everyone. We need to be careful. And while it might smell sweet, I don't know if this is something we should be interacting with. It could very much hurt us. So let's be mindful and, I guess, not indulge, no matter how sweet the scent is.
Sweet or not, this seems to be my test and my little trial. So be careful to you, healer. None of you owe me a thing.
Well, we might not owe you anything, but we started this together and we've helped each other this far.
Great, then if you... Fine. If this is where it's leading to, though, we still have to walk towards it.
The road has to end at some point.
Lila and Selma, would you have caught up with Ursula and Alcina?
I would think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would think they're all...
I would imagine it's only a few paces behind, if that.
Mhm.
It's all kind of like an amalgamous kind of group,
Mm-hmm.
depending on.
And as you're all getting close enough together, Alcina, you see a little bud appear in the middle of the road. A little offshoot of a flower, not yet blooming, but much larger on the stalk than any flower has a right to be. The others of you see it as well. But I think you'd be mostly focused on the tiles of light appearing beneath your feet, that seem to slowly slide you to different parts of the road.
Tiles are lighting up underneath us right now as we're walking, like
your tiles of like light just moving you and like locking in at one spot on the road.
Rainbow Road.
For each of you,
I hate
including
this.
Alcina.
I'm scared.
Fucking Rainbow Road.
Yep. We're gonna fall over the edge. Great.
No guardrails. Here we go.
No.
And Alcina, you would feel that box, the little mechanical thing, shatter in your hand as you hold it. And the ground beneath each of you stays illuminated. The four of you, as well as Ezra, have a tile beneath them. Ezra pulled off of your shoulder, Alcina, and resorted back into the human form. And beneath that, nothing is there except for endless void beneath all of you. Nothing keeping you afloat other than little tiles you stand on. And Alcina, inside the flower, you sense the magic you've always hoped for. And you know what to do to make that flower grow. When a panel of buttons appears in front of you corresponding to all 5 tiles. And just a little panel saying, pay your price.
She would have screamed out no as soon as like Ezra got pulled, kind of clutching at the ends before seeing the tile set up their like boundary. Fuck.
And we're all separated right now, like.
Yep.
And okay, just to repaint a picture for my own brain, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
all
a full picture.
Okay.
Large flower stalk in the middle.
Okay.
Nothing blooming out yet. And then the 5 of you, the 4 of you plus Ezra, each on floating tiles surrounding this. There's no land beneath any of you except for an endless sea of void. Each of you would be probably 60 feet from each other.
Great. That's what I thought I heard.
So
I'm
we're
so glad I asked to clarify.
So we're all separated. Okay, cool. We're all separated from each other. Okay.
Can they still hear us? And like we're just okay.
Yeah, if
Like,
you were to shout to each other, you
floating.
could hear. And you feel like you can move. You just have nothing to step onto if you were to move. And as you said, when you tried to reach for Ezra, a barrier prevented you from getting to him. But you're able to move within your tile.
Ursula's gonna tap 1 foot around her over every side to see if she
There's
feels
nothing there.
anything. Ah, okay.
And Alcina, once again the buttons start pulsing with the little plaque, pay your price.
Whatever the buttons are on, or if it's like a thing, she wants to kick it, but she kicks like the tile underneath and just. What? Fuck. Don't you. You.
Do we see Alcina freaking out?
Mm-hmm.
There's only me. You do not owe anything. You do not owe anything.
What do we have to do? Selma's calling out from her platform.
Mhm.
I don't understand. What do you need us to do?
The price seems to be you, so I can get what I want.
Price of what? Our lives?
There's 5 buttons and there's 5 of you. And whatever is underneath,
Jenna, you're muted.
Jenna, you're muted.
What if one of us gives up something dear to us? And she pulls out Faye in a jar. I've already lost you once.
Don't
I've already lost you
think of
once.
me
Like,
as
I'll
some
do the same.
kind little. I will.
I don't think you kind. That's why I like you. You're no bullshit. But you do have kindness in you.
I will press these buttons to be free. I will do it. I will press every single one for that. I will not go back to that goddamn forsaken world without it. And you think I will press fuck it, Faye too. If it means I get more and I get to not live in that fucking world where I get to be more than just. I will press. And then she'll hover over Ezra's first and then pull it back. Then hover over Lila's and she's pulling it back. And then she just holding onto it, just shaking, kind of softly over Selma's, like almost pressing it down before she says, "Fuck!"
Do it! Selma shouts. Do it! If you thought what you were before wasn't enough, do it.
You don't.
No, I don't understand. That's what you're gonna say, right? Because you thought you weren't enough. You wanted more, because you weren't enough as you were. Well, I think what I've seen from you is pretty fucking fantastic. But if you want more, take it. Do it. Press it. Give her what she wants.
I don't. I know I am enough. I am more than enough for this world. I'm more than enough for those who look at me and see a woman and not. I am more. I just don't want to go back to the shitty fucking world where I have to try twice as hard to be considered equal enough. And then for those who look at me and see where I come from first, and then having to explain it, where I have to kiss someone and be accepted. I could be anything with more power, with nothing holding me back. I could hold children until their last day and carry them through their last moments. I could be more.
Then do it.
How can we help you? Ursula shouts.
You can't help me, healer. That's what this feels like. Because I know I would choose me.
Then why haven't you? Time is ticking. Alcina, if you really wanted power, you would have pressed those fucking buttons already. What do you really want? You want acceptance. I don't know what that's like. I've never felt what you felt, nor ever will I. Does it have to be the whole world that wants you? Or can it be a few people? Does it have to be the whole world that accepts you, or can it be a few people? Would it be enough if you weren't alone?
There's no future like that. And they'll slowly press down on the button. I say goodbye eventually. I keep moving. To hold on to something. I don't. They'll look it over to Lila. Is there anything different when they offer up Faye? Does another button come up?
Nothing yet, but Lila could try throwing Faye, placing Faye down, something.
Poor fucking Faye.
And I'm okay. I'll try placing her down and let's see what happens.
Yeah. When you place down Faye, you see that like part of your platform starts trying to form another, as another life force is added there, but it doesn't seem necessarily enough. And so Greg steps over
No!
and holds the jar.
Greg!
And then splits. And there's now a platform with an additional button of Greg holding a little soul of a firefly in a jar, staring at Lila. If any of you could read Shadow, it's the expression of, I told you once I would do everything for you, and I'm not going to stop now, as he just stands there.
Greg!
And Alcina, in front of you appears another button.
Fuck. They fully pressed down on the button that they were on. And it was Ursula's button.
Ursula, you feel the ground beneath you for a moment start softening like metal that's been overtilled and then finally snaps.
No.
And you fall.
No.
There's not a splash. There's
No.
not a sound. There's nothing to indicate that you fall anywhere. You simply just do not exist anymore.
Nope.
And in front of you, the Datura flower blooms open, Alcina, with enough magic to replace your pact, if not more. And the sign shifts to, why not keep going?
I dive after Ursula.
Okay.
I don't fucking
Go for
care.
it.
I'm off the platform. I don't fucking care. The moment I see her start to fall, I dive after her.
Same expansive nothingness. Same increase in power. A platform remains with Greg and Faye, Lila, yourself, and Ezra.
I'm jumping down too.
Jumping in. Once more.
We
It
U-Haul
expands.
lesbians, let's go.
Does Greg and Faye follow?
I don't think Greg would. I mean, Lila, he's your familiar, so if you want Greg to jump in, you can, but his last directive was kind of like, hold Faye, so he's following that
I
unless
want
you want him
him
to follow you
to
in.
finally have a choice in something. So whatever
Ouch.
he gets to choose.
Ouch,
He's gonna
Jenna.
stand there and hold Faye then.
Alcina will look at them just trembling and just, well, aren't you going to go too? Aren't you going to leave? Or do you want me to press it for you? Say something! Say something. They'll press the button.
And both Greg and Faye fall, and there is an overwhelming mote of light in front of you, stemming from this flower, power drawn from the earth itself, smelling of a beautiful smell that could attract anyone, could be used for good to keep pests out of a garden or evil to take down people who are against you, but the natural sense of Alcina's favorite flower is presenting itself to you in an overwhelming amount of power. And all that's left is you and Ezra. He looks at you and says, "Is that not even enough?"
Like, you were always meant to leave.
I was always meant to be by your side. You simply weren't meant to be here this long.
I was meant for better things.
You are. And I hope you act upon that. And I hope you continue to make the world better, Alcina. And then he's going to step off and disappear. You are alone on a platform.
And she just like clutches the platform, just screaming for everyone, like at the edges of the boundary, and just clutching at herself, slowly crumbling under like the weight of like they're fully alone on this platform.
And all that remains is either to press the final button and send yourself into the abyss, or step back, finishing your trial.
She like climbs up to the platform and kind of like holds that light, and if she could see like anything reflect back at her, she will look. She'll think of her mother for a moment, just one little moment, and just think to herself, I still have your face. The last face you had before you were gone. I will live 1,000 lives you deserve to live. I will not accept crumbs as the loaves you accept them for. I will not take in every little hurt bird only for them to bite me back. I will be better for you. And she wants to grab the power. But she'll press her button to drop down as well. Before saying, but I want them to.